2, 1. Hey guys, welcome back to the Binge Buzz. This is episode 4. I'm Val.
I'm Tori.
And we're ready to put some binge in your buzz today.
And today we have a very special episode that will include the Binchelor, aka the Bachelor. We will be recapping episode 2. We'll be talking about some juicy gossip about Madison. And we will also be talking about our buzzworthy content. We got Oscar nominations. We have Joe Bros coming out with you'll see. And also some usual pop culture gossip. So if you would like to hear some more, just keep on listening.
Okay, so episode 2 of The Bachelor. Tori starts off back where it ended, episode 1, with freaking Hannah Hannah Annoying B, backstage with Peter. What are your thoughts?
Well, the first thing I noticed, which kind of made me one of the notes I took was Hannah definitely kissed his neck when they were hugging it out.
Oh my God.
I know. And I was like, that is just so annoying. Like, they were not making any sense. They were just talking in circles. Hannah didn't know what to do. And obviously she put Peter in such an awkward situation because obviously they're totally not over each other.
Yeah.
But whatever. I'm just glad it turned out the way it did.
Yeah. So Peter, he literally starts off the episode by saying, "You're the one that said no to me. I never said no to you." And I just think that's something that like really should have resonated with Hannah. Like, you had so many opportunities like to be with him, and like you said no to him. Like, he never rejected you, and like now this is his opportunity to find love and like say yes to someone. Like, you know what I mean?
And she's literally like ruining it.
Yeah. And then this is what made me so mad and like made me realize like she was being so over the top dramatic with Peter, because in her interview she's talking about what happened, and she's about to start, like, she's crying and she's patting her eyes and her makeup while crying like a normal girl does, so that way she doesn't ruin her makeup. But then in front of Peter, she's so dramatic with the mascara running down her face. So obviously, like, she knew the difference, and she just wanted to be dramatic as F in front of Peter. Like, I noticed that right away, because she was like really careful about like patting under her eyes to like make sure her mascara isn't running. And I'm like, why weren't you doing that in front of Peter instead of pressing your eyes down to make the mascara run? Like, I just thought it was very calculated.
I like how you use the word calculated, but we'll get back to that. We'll get into that later. But I didn't even notice that. But seriously, she wanted to look like a raccoon.
No, truly. And then, like, the way she got in his lap to talk to him.
I know. I saw that too.
Like, it was so unnecessary. Like, literally so annoying. And, like, first of all, you're in a dress. Like, why are you getting into a boy's lap? Second of all, like, he's not your man. Like, back away. Third of all, like, they were already sitting right next to each other, so close.
And then,
like, why did you need to get in his lap? Like, that was so unnecessary. And then she kissed his forehead before she kissed his neck, and then they hugged, and then she kissed his neck. And like, he's like, before he even said he wanted to kiss her, I knew he wanted to kiss her so badly, because like he was just staring at her, and like his hands were like in her hair on her neck, like rubbing her, and his other hand was like rubbing her backless dress back. And I was just like, it's oh my God, it's just so annoying. But also, like, I made a note to say that, like, if he ends up picking a girl other than Hannah, like if he ends up picking Madison or Hannah Ann or whoever, if I was that girl, I would not be okay with him staying friends with her, or like, or even her being in his life. Like, maybe I'm just like an insecure as hell person.
No.
But like, I just still wouldn't be okay with that.
And I think you speak for literally every other girl that was watching, because obviously they still are not over each other, and it doesn't seem like they will be anytime soon.
Yeah.
However, what made matters even worse, may I say, did you check out her Twitter during
my God. She
during this
is
whole
all
ordeal?
she wants is attention. She's literally seeks attention all day, every day. She's such a crybaby. Like, at this point, I think she purposely picked Jed knowing that he was a douchey guy just so she could get all of this attention and America could love her, and then she could go on to Dancing with the Stars and win Dancing with the Stars, and then try to come back and win Peter back and just be like constantly on America's TV.
Yeah, for real. And like when I had said, I think in the last episode, like she's only here because all her other options have been exhausted. Like she tried Jed, she tried Tyler, and now she's running back to Peter.
But literally she has no, like, she doesn't have a real job. Like, she was in pageants. So like this is her full-time job now, and she's got to make the most of it.
She's really milking her 15 minutes.
Literally, it's been like 30 minutes of fame, and like I need it to end like now.
I know. At this point, I literally, like, when I saw that tweet, I wanted to block her straight up, but I was like, no, we have to stay informed so we can talk about it on the pod.
No, yeah. So the tweet, what did the tweet say again? It was like
she said, looks like I'm another controversial topic or something like that. And then she said, not surprised or nothing new or something like that.
Nothing new, nothing changed. No, but like it's her own fault. Like,
it's her own doing. It's not like, oh my God, they're talking about me again.
But like, also she loves it. She loves it. Like, that tweet made it very clear that she loves to be the center of all of America's attention. And it's just, there's no depth to her. Like, she is just like literally a window you can see right through her, and it's sad and pathetic.
I like that. Yeah,
Thank
she
you.
tweeted, it seems I'm a very controversial subject, period, with the emoji that's like, with
she's
the
not even controversial. She's just annoying. Like,
yeah,
there's nothing controversial about her.
It's only one side, which is that like we don't like what she did. And then she said, honestly, nothing new here. Hashtag The Bachelor. And like she had to hashtag The Bachelor so that it could pop up on the Bachelor feed, of course. You know, I mean, I don't know. I've had enough of this girl.
So have I. And then freaking Peter cuts the date short because of her. Which, honestly, if I was one of those girls that was on that date, I would be like, thank the Lord, because I do not want to go up in front of a bunch of random people and tell my sex story. Like, that is not something. So, like,
for real.
So Hannah kind of saved them, but also, like, that totally sucks for them. And, like, I mean, I get where he was coming from. He didn't, like, he just, like, he was crying. Like, how much fun could that be after that? Like, to then try and find a girl that he's interested in. So, like, cutting the date was probably the best option, but, like, also that really sucks for those girls.
Yeah, I would have been so annoyed, and I probably would have, like, literally told her, like, I hate you.
Yeah, and, like, this was the first time that I actually was like, okay, Natasha, I see you. I kind of respect you now, even though you still do that weird eye thing when you talk. But he was like, you know, I still had a lot of feelings for her, and, like, those feelings just don't go away that fast. And Natasha says, because she hasn't gone away. Every time we've seen you, we've seen her. Which, they're not wrong. And she's totally, like, right in saying that. Because, like, how are your feelings for her gonna go away if she just keeps popping up?
Yes. I think those girls, like, handled it very gracefully. No one went crazy. No one, I mean, I don't really expect that from, I don't know, most of them, but
yeah,
I don't know. They have a lot of patience, but I'm happy for Natasha.
Yeah,
like sticking up and saying all that because it's true.
Yeah, I mean, she's also a lot older than the other girls. She's like 31, and like the girls are like 21. And
oh wow.
Yeah, and so I mean, she's not afraid to speak her mind. She also said it's hard enough with the other 20 girls with the other 20 girls, now we got to compete with your ex. Like, I mean, it's true. Like, so I don't know, but yeah, so he cut the date short. And then they went in later and did like the nighttime part of the date.
And then that's when he had those intimate moments with Sydney and Lexi.
Yes.
Or was that at the rose ceremony? I don't remember.
No, that was at the rose ceremony. That was he had it with McKenna, and he freaking oh my gosh. Okay. Well, first I like Sydney. She got the group date rose. She really opened up to him. And I thought it was good. I think she's really pretty, and I think like this was a really good like cementing moment to kind of like push her further, that I think he's going to keep her a pretty good amount of time. And then I put, for God's sake, stop all the dancing.
Oh
like
my God.
We really needed to stop because no one can dance in this show, and it's so cringy every time they do. And so that's when he's talking to McKenna. She's like, I don't even know how they start even dancing, but they do, and it's just the worst. And then why does he always have to pick girls up and put them on surfaces to kiss them?
Oh my God, yeah, and McKenna was wearing a super short dress, right? And then it literally like almost showed her whole butt.
Yeah, I know. I was like you can't just kiss them standing. Like, I don't understand. I mean, maybe because they're short and he like, if he puts them on a surface, like they're his height, but like just bend down. Like, it's not that hard.
Right? All dramatic.
I know. And it's like, it makes me feel uncomfortable every time. Okay, so then that's like the end of that. Like we said, Sydney got the group date rose, and then it goes to the rose ceremony. And this is when a lot of drama happens.
Oh my God. Okay.
Well, for starters, he sees Lexi first, and my questions that I had was, I mean, I don't want to talk about people's looks, but I'm gonna talk about them.
Go ahead.
Is she pretty? I can't really tell.
I think. Okay. Yes. Objectively, she's pretty.
Okay, you're right.
You know what I mean?
She's pretty. Yeah.
Objectively.
It's just that there's certain times when the camera hits her, I'm just like, But then there's other times when I was like when she was at the Revolve date, which like we'll get to, like she looked gorgeous in that. But at the rose ceremony, I was really like, like questioning, like I can't. There's just sometimes like, but also like same, like I don't always look the prettiest. Okay, so
I mean
so he forgot what her entrance was. He was like, remind me again. Like at least he's honest. I feel like a lot of like bachelors and bachelorettes, they pretend to remember who these people are, and are like, oh yeah, like, and they're like, hey you, and like don't remember these people's names. But he like legit asks, like, I'm sorry, I don't, like, what did you do again? I don't remember, which I really respect. And then she's like, oh, like I had the red convertible. And then he was like, oh yeah, I remember you. And then brings out a little red convertible car, which I'm like, okay, the producers gave you that and you didn't know which girl to give it to.
For real.
So like, how
also,
is that sentimental at all?
He could have been like playing it silly. I don't know if that's a real term, but
that's true.
But he could have just been like pretending, just to get her to think that he forgot. But then, in actuality, he remembered.
Yeah, or that's what he wanted everyone to think, like he was just playing it off, but he really did just straight up forget.
Maybe. But I don't know. Speaking on Lex and Peter, I thought that moment was cute. Lexi seems like pretty normal to me. And natural and cute, and they both seem very interested in each other.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're only in the second episode, but I just do want to point out that in the last episode I did say that she might be the underdog and just like swoop in. Just throwing that out there. Just saying I said that so we don't forget. Okay, so this is when freaking Kelsey. Can we just start off that Kelsey's a mess?
Kelsey.
So she's going around like talking about like, I'm gonna do the champagne thing tonight, and everyone's like, oh my god, I'm so happy for you, and like I still don't get it. Like, what's so special about a bottle of champagne?
So apparently like she got it for her birthday a year ago and then was planning to open it because she got it someplace. and she was planning to open it with Peter on The Bachelor, but she didn't have time to do it on the first night, so she was waiting till the second rose ceremony, right? Second, third.
Second. Is champagne good for that long? Like,
I don't know.
I mean, I know alcohol lasts a long time, but like champagne, it like pops and it like fizzes. Like, I know wine's good for a long time, but it doesn't like fizz and explode the way champagne does. Like, wouldn't it like not be as fizzy? I don't know. I'm not really sure how that works, but I was like, is it even good for that long? Is there an expiration date that we need to check?
I just read that somewhere. I forgot where I read that. Probably somewhere on Twitter, but I don't know. The whole thing is a complete mess.
Truly. And even before the whole champagne drama, she's like getting ready for it, and then right when she's gonna go grab Peter, McKenna grabs Peter, and she gets so upset.
Oh,
and
yes.
And she's like, you had time with him yesterday on your date. And it's like, dude, so like, it's
like, this is a new day.
This is a new day. It's the cocktail hour before the rose ceremony. Like, of course, like McKenna doesn't have a rose, so of course she's gonna go talk to him. I didn't think she was in the wrong.
No, yeah, I don't think McKenna was in the wrong, but the whole like monologue that Kelsey had was so stupid. Being honest,
she's so crazy, and she literally tells McKenna that's fucked up. Like, she legit says that, and I literally wrote it, Victoria.
What?
Oh my god, I'm reading my notes again. I literally wrote, Tori is right. Something is in the water and drinks, because she was crazy.
She literally
like,
said, she was like, don't expect sympathy from me or anyone else here. And like, she was in front of like all the other girls, and the girls were just like, what is going on? She's like, you make your bed and you have to sleep in it too. And like, what the hell is she talking about?
Just because McKenna grabbed him before she could get to, and I'm like, bro, like, why are you taking this so
It's not
hard?
a personal
She literally
attack.
says,
like, for real. She's like,
I don't like snakes. They're my least favorite animal. I'm like, I'm sorry. I think they're everyone's least favorite animal. And like, just relax. Like, it's like, it was just so mind blowing, like how upset she got. And so that was just the first part of her getting upset. And then we go, and then like it calms down, and we think like that's the only time she's gonna like freak out. And then we go to Madison and Peter. And
I have something to say about that.
I really like Madison and Peter. He got her a framed picture from the vow renewal, and I really like them together. I ship them. I think she's the final. I think she's final too. I really do.
Well, let's bring up some more current events. Well, first I want to say, I know Peter did not wrap that gift. He said he did, but I know he
such
did
a liar.
not.
He did not wrap it. He didn't even get the picture. The producers printed out the picture for him. He's like, it's a really good picture of us. I'm like, it's a good picture of y'all, because the camera that's taking video of y'all is also taking the pictures of y'all. Like, hello.
He did not go to Walgreens, print that out. Like, he's been at the mansion, whatever. But also, don't you think that's too soon? Like, is there, after their first one-on-one, he frames, a whole picture with his whole family?
I know, but like, they were being so cute together. They were like so giggly and like into each other. I don't know. I was like really feeling the love. I don't know. That's just me. Maybe I'm just like over here like in my feels, and I was like, oh my god, it's so cute. But like, I just shipped them.
Right.
But then now, after all this stupid drama with Madison, I'm just like, ugh, do I really ship her now? It's just like really conflicting for me.
I don't know, but go ahead, touch on that. Tell us what happened.
Oh god. Okay, so poor Madison. Okay, so turns out that
sorry, I'm just thinking about it. Okay, go ahead.
So she posted on Instagram, like all these other girls are doing, like as the show's going, she posted a picture of her and Peter on their first date. And there was a comment that everyone saw underneath her caption, and it read, "Beautiful date, Maddie. You are so genuine and real." Except it wasn't from another account. It was from her own account. Like
On
it's
her own post.
on her own post. Oh, poor girl. Okay, so now everyone is like, OMG, she accidentally posted on her own account from her own account instead of her burner fake fan account, which now everyone is claiming that she made all of these fake fan accounts because she's thirsty as F. And it's literally the second episode. Like, how do you have that many like fan accounts? Like, I don't know. But yeah, what do you think, Tori?
So there's a lot to unpack here. So you said that you searched it up and there's about like 7 fan accounts for her.
Yes, she
right?
already has 7 fan accounts.
But
and she
it's
reposts them to her story. Like, these fan accounts are like, oh my god, we love Madison, and like the fan accounts is like Madison fan 1234, some dumb shiz, and like all obvious. I made that up. I'm not sure if that's the account name, but like that's what I'm assuming. And she reposts them onto her story, like, love my fans or some dumb shit. And so that's why everyone's like, how do you already have fan accounts? It's literally the second episode.
So either she normally talks about herself in the third person and comments on her own posts, or she meant to do it from her other account, which means she's just trying to like get herself more attention, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Be
more popular and more liked, you know?
Yes, which, like, okay, she's claiming, this is like she's defending herself, and she's saying that while she was away on The Bachelor, she gave her friend her Instagram account info to post for her so people wouldn't, like, think, like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, she's off her account, so she's still on the show. Like, she just wanted to make sure, like, her account is still being updated. So she gave it to her friend, and that her friend meant to go post that on her account and forgot she was still logged in to Madison's account.
What a true friend, taking the blame.
So I just want to go on the record and say, have I done this before? Hold on.
What do you mean?
Well, because we have our Binge Buzz Instagram account.
Yeah.
And I feel like I may have meant to reply using Binge Buzz, but I used my own account to reply. But no, I've never done that. I'm lying. I've never done that. Because, like, it literally tells you, like, you're replying as, and it has, like, your at when you're replying.
No, yeah. And we're not, like, I mean, that's not the same thing.
No, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, it literally, like, if I go to reply on an Instagram, it says add a comment as Val Marie O, and it has my little picture on the side. Like, there's no way a friend could have got confused by that. I'm sorry. Like, there's no way.
So the real question is, like, why is she doing this? You know, like, does she just want the extra hype, or is she trying to make up for something that we haven't found out yet? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, why do you need all those extra fan accounts to tell you how awesome you are? Like, what are you trying to hide? I don't know. It's sketch. Poor girl, that's so embarrassing as freak.
For real, that's like the number one, like don't do.
Dude, right? Like, I don't know. I mean, also, it could have been like, either way, if it was a burner account or a fake fan account, or like her Finsta, like, it's a sucky situation. Like,
oh yeah, didn't you say that's like who else did that?
Oh my god, Kevin Durant with his burner accounts. Like, but he had he didn't have a reason. He didn't need the burner accounts, but like, I get why he did it, because everyone was giving him so much crap about going from OKC to the Golden State Warriors when they were like literally a national championship team. And he, like, all these accounts were always like, why are you talking crap about Kevin Durant? He's so good. He's so awesome. Love him. And it's like, okay, like, we get it. He needed that extra help because everyone was hating on him. But as far as we're concerned, everyone loves Madison right now. Like, I love her so much, and like I ship her and Peter, so like why does she need the extra help? That's what's so weird about it all.
But also, now that I think of it, maybe she has like a manager, and her manager was managing her account, but also made a fan page, and or
But like, why does she need a fan page?
or her manager made it was like their own account or something, and they just forgot to switch, you know?
Yeah, but it literally tells you when you're commenting as, and it has your at. Like, you see it.
I mean, yeah, but she
I don't
didn't see it. So
obviously, she didn't catch it.
So yeah, that's just kind of weird, kind of fishy. We don't know what's gonna happen yet. We don't know why she's doing this.
Stick with us. We'll get y'all through it. We'll let you know what else is happening with Madison and her fake burner fan pages.
Okay, so
after her, oh my god, I wrote Alayah is
so after that,
nice.
that's when everything gets worse for Kelsey. Like, it gets even worse.
So worse.
So this is when Kelsey is sitting around and talking to the girls, like, okay, girls, don't go over there because that's where my champagne is. I set up this whole thing. I bought the champagne specifically for Peter and I, and blah, blah, blah. And the producers, the editors.
Oh my god, I love the editors. Like, we give the producers too much credit because, like, yeah, it takes a lot to produce them. They really set up the stuff, but the editors edit they have so much footage, so for them to get every angle of everything and edit this shit so well, like, job well done.
Masterpiece.
Like, you deserve. We're gonna talk about the Oscars later, and like, they deserve an Oscar or an Emmy. I'm sorry, Emmy is for TV, and they deserve the Emmy. Oh my gosh. Okay, so
you want to take this or?
Do you want to take it? I can take it. You can take it. Don't matter, girl. There's just
let me just say this part. So Kelsey is there sitting with the girls. She's like, don't touch my champagne, whatever. And then all the girls are like, oh my god, can't wait, that's gonna be so cute. And then all of a sudden you just hear a champagne bottle pop.
Pop.
Oh my god. And then
it was so great. So she's sitting with the girls, she's so excited, and then it cuts to Hannah Ann and Peter, and they're walking. She's like, let's go over here. And they sit down. They're like, ooh, champagne. And then the editors cut back to Kelsey. She's like, I just really needed this. This is really special to me. I've been holding on to this champagne for over a year. And then it cuts to Hannah Ann and Peter. And Peter's trying to open it, and he can't get it open. She's like, OMG. And then it cuts back to Kelsey, and then all you hear is the pop of the champagne. And every girl sitting with her all just look at her like, oh shit. And honestly, that was the loudest pop of champagne. Did the sound editors like edit that louder? Because
but then immediately Tammy, she was like, did you guys hear that?
Oh my god. Pot stir. Oh my god. I would have been like talking louder so she couldn't hear it.
Dude, I know. I can't deal with like that type of confrontation. I would have been like, no, I didn't hear anything.
I know. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that was a firework. And so literally the way her head turns is like a dog when a dog hears something, and they're like to the side. She's like, yes. And she was like, was that what the F I thought that was? And then she literally just started crying. She didn't even know if it was her bottle of champagne. She just automatically started crying.
And that's when Deandra and Alayah and all the other girls just pitched in and were like, no, that wasn't the bottle. That wasn't the bottle. No, you don't know. That wasn't the bottle.
Dude, yeah. And okay, Alayah is so nice. Like, I love her. I stan her. We have no choice but to stan. She is so cute. She's from San Antonio, and she was helping Kelsey. She had her makeup out, and she's helping Kelsey fix her makeup. And I just thought that was the sweetest thing of all time. Like, all those girls are there. It's a competition. There's someone trying to get to first place and steal Peter's heart. They're all fighting for the same guy. And like the fact that she's just like, no, like, I'm gonna help you look good. I'm gonna help you look pretty, so that way like you can go see what's going on with our man. Like, I respect that. Like, I respect the hell out of her. I love her so much.
Yes, and I give them props. Like, she handled that so well. They were there for each other. They are all about girl power and not bringing down one another. And shout out to Alayah, shout out to Deandra, and the other girls that were just there to support Kelsey in this drastic time.
Kelsey in her hard time. Okay, so I also just want to like say that this is giving me real Bibiana vibes all over again. When Bibiana, I love Bibi so much. When she made the cute little like palette with the candles and like all this stuff for Ari, and literally every girl took her spot over and over and over again, and she never even got the time with Ari in her spot that she made.
And then
she went home. Yes.
Dude.
Hey, BB.
But at least this one, in this circumstance, she didn't get sent home.
That's true. And so, oh my God. So after she gets like fixed up, she goes over to check where the pop was. And oh my God, it was so funny. She was like, "Excuse me."
Oh my God.
But like, it wasn't really that big of a deal. It could have been a laughing matter and be like, "Dude, oh my God, like,
yeah,
I was
like
do that was my champagne."
She had to make it like all like, "Oh, let's pity." Like,
yes. And so then after that, Peter's checking up on her. He's like, "Oh my God, like, let's come over here and talk." And there's literally another bottle of champagne.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So first of all, like, I don't like how she says no to Peter.
Oh,
like,
I know.
I think this is when she was like, "Excuse me," and then ran off to the bathroom, and then the girls are there, and she closes the door. Peter knocks, and then he's like, "Can I talk to you?" And she's like, "No." And then the girls are like, "No, sorry." She said no. But like, it's not Peter's fault. Like, if anything, she should be like confiding in him, you know, like use this as a way to kind of build that relationship. Like, I mean, it really wasn't that big of a deal, but you know, if you want to talk about it with anyone, I would assume she would want to talk about it with Peter, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Peter literally didn't do anything.
For sure. I mean, she should have used that opportunity to talk to Peter and just like be like, "Dude, like, I know this is kind of like I'm over exaggerating, and like I'm sorry that I'm crying, like I don't mean to cry in front of you, but like this really meant something special to me, and like, you know what I mean?" But then instead she went off on Hannah Ann. Poor Hannah.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't think she knew. Like, there was 2 bottles of champagne. Like, how was she supposed to know that it was Kelsey? I mean, I will say that Kelsey was going around telling everyone, like, "Oh my God, I'm going to do the bottle of champagne," or whatever. So there could have been a possibility that she had heard. But, like, she probably just thought, like, "Oh, okay, well, there's 2 bottles of champagne. Like, this isn't it." Like, I don't know. But there was 2 bottles of champagne.
Yeah.
And then Peter's like, "Well, why don't we open this one?"
Well, I think Madison or no, Peter said there was a mix-up in the drinks. Immediately after that, I was like, okay, the producers definitely did that shit.
I love them so much.
They heard Kelsey. They got word that Kelsey brought in her own champagne and that it was so special. And then they decided to set up another one just
to throw
throw
a little wrench in there. I mean, I respect it and I love it because it created such an iconic moment.
I mean, there's no doubt in this, right? Don't you agree? Like, the producers literally...
No, I really, yeah. I mean, even if the producers, like, I mean, obviously the producers put the other bottle of champagne there. Like, even if they didn't know, like, it was going to create this much drama, like, they still put that bottle of champagne there. And, like, just the fact that, like, all this happened over a bottle of champagne just, like, really blows my mind. But then Peter is like, "Okay, let's just drink this champagne. Let's toast to it. And then he's like, should we just drink out of the bottle or should we drink out of the glasses? And she's like, I'm not a classy bitch all the time, and drinks out of the bottle. And then it explodes all over her face.
I mean, you all must have seen it if you haven't yet.
Like literally it's all in her mouth already. Like nothing explodes out of the bottle before it gets to her mouth until like it's all the way in her mouth and she has to spit it out. It like comes out her nose. Like it is just so bad, and in front of Peter. And it's like, if it wasn't like, it was just one thing on top of the other for this girl, like at the cocktail party before the rose ceremony.
And then I think that's when she was like, I'm done. Like, I think she cried after that.
She was so done. And then she went off on Hannah. And after that, like, that was just like what pushed her over the top. She went in on her. She's like, you knew about this. Like, how dare you? Like, you like are just like a little princess that gets whatever she wants. And I see right through you. That's the difference between me and you. I'm real and you're, what did she say? Is that what she says? You're calculated?
No, that was when she was talking to McKenna, I think.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But you're right. To Hannah Ann, she was saying like, don't even talk to me because I'm over it. Like, don't even talk to me. I don't even want to hear what you have to say. And then Hannah is like, she literally says like 10 times, she's like, I acknowledge your feelings and we're gonna move on. And then after she said we're gonna move on, Kelsey was like, I'm not. But it's because I'm not a fake bench. But, you know, she said the real word.
Oh, yes, that's right.
I don't know. Now Kelsey just has a big target on her.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I think all the other girls probably are thinking the same way.
All the other girls were laughing in the background when she was talking about it. Like, Kelly was in the background, like, trying so hard not to laugh at Kelsey because it really was so ridiculous.
I don't know.
Okay, but also I love that the producers make Hannah Ann and Kelsey stand next to each other for the rose ceremony. Of course. I love when they do that. This is going to play out for as long as they're on the season, this little rivalry that they have. And honestly, I really hope the producers put them on a 2-on-1 date because it'll be good. It'll be good. And so then we have the rose ceremony, the girls going home. Girls, if you did not get a rose, please say your goodbyes. Lauren, Peyton, and Courtney, I couldn't tell you who they are because I literally don't know who they are. And the only reason why I was able to write their names down was because people were like, bye Peyton, bye Courtney, bye Lauren. I was like, oh, that's who they are, because they made no impression on anyone, and that's why they went home.
True. And Sheehan got a rose. I did not think she was going to.
Sheehan.
We didn't really see that much of her. She hasn't really been talking to Peter, but
Sheehan and her
she got a rose.
And her hair. I can't. Okay, yeah. So then, oh my God, this is when still Kelsey and Hannah and drama. Peter's like, who wants to do the toast? And they're like, Kelsey, do the toast. And she's like, no, I'm not doing no toast.
Oh yeah, and she's like, I don't have anything good to say, so I'm gonna be quiet or something like that. All petty.
Which is like, why would you say that out loud? Like,
yeah,
freaking
like
Peter's taking notes. If you don't think Peter's taking notes, girl. And like,
yeah,
that was strike
and like
one.
Being such a Debbie Downer.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, that was probably strike 2, because strike 1 was like all the champagne drama, and then not doing the toast is strike 2, and then the later on date is strike 3. And so then Hannah Ann did the toast, and she was like, a toast to, like, whatever the F she said, and Kelsey was
Finding
like, all pissed.
love or something like that. But
yeah,
I like how she did the toast and, like, didn't let any of the events of that night phase her. But until later, I think it's the next episode, right, where she's like, I was bullied.
Not the next episode, but, like, the next date, which we are going to get to right now, because the next date, new day, new group date. And I really thought this date was really interesting and telling, because it was so, like, breaking the fourth wall, sort of. I don't know. The Revolve group date. So, if you know The Bachelor, you know that all the girls who don't win The Bachelor always end up becoming social media influencers and Revolve girls. They are Revolve around the world girls. They do all these sponsored Revolve posts constantly. They're in every, like, they get invited to the Coachella Revolve parties. Like, they are considered Revolve girls. And, like, every outfit they post on Instagram is always tagged Revolve. So I thought it was really a really smart marketing point for Revolve, because everyone kind of already associates Revolve with like, Bachelor, like Bachelor girls. And like, I mean, some girls literally go on the show just to become like an influencer Revolve girl because they make a lot of money. And so if I were Peter, I would have been like, oh my God, like this is going to show me which girls are in it for me and which girls are in it for the Revolve influencer. And so I just think it's funny that like they're teaming up with the Bachelor, like in plain sight. Like they already know like this is like their first window into like, let us meet all the girls and see which ones are going to be helping us out with our brand sort of way. And so I thought that was cool. So on the date, we have Victoria F. constantly crying throughout the whole date. And I find I'm really conflicted on Victoria F because at one point on the date, I resonated with her a little bit when she's like, all the girls here are just so like all the girls here are so pretty and so confident, and like that's just not who I am, and like it just makes me feel so like overwhelmed. And so
yeah, that's like literally what she said word for word, and I understand what you mean. Like we've all been there, you know. Like I understand what she means, but I mean, go ahead. What else?
But then on top of it, like for someone who's like crying about being overwhelmed and being not confident, thinking every other girl there is like so much prettier than she is, Binge freaking walked down the runway like she had no problem in confidence at all. Freaking wore lingerie and made out and grabbed Peter and made out with him on the runway. So like, do you not have confidence or do you have confidence?
I don't know. I mean, at first I was like, Victoria, you need to get your shit together, girl. Like, just because there are beautiful other girls here doesn't mean, like, you're any less beautiful. Like, come on.
Which, like, she's so gorgeous.
Yeah,
like,
and then she literally did outstanding. Like, she did the whole wink at Peter, and then she blew him a kiss, and then in the lingerie, she freaking kissed him in front of all the girls.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think that's a big deal, and I kind of like wouldn't do that, you know, like out of respect for the other girls.
Yeah, and then like, okay, we already talked about all the Victoria F drama. She has so much drama surrounding her, and more drama came out about her, more rumors about her that supposedly she is running, or she used to sleep with married men and ruin marriages. And so those are just more rumors coming out about Victoria F. And I'm just like, I
saw that too.
Girl, what is you doing?
Like, for her saying she's like shy and not confident, like that's kind of crazy.
That's why I'm so conflicted about her, about all this shit that's coming out about her, and then just like the way she's being portrayed in front of Peter. I'm really confused about who she really is. So I don't know, but I love that they made Peter walk down the runway also.
Oh, I know, I loved that, but his outfit was kind of weird.
Yeah, it was trash. I didn't like it at all. But also, all of the outfits were so ugly.
Yeah, I don't think I liked any of them.
Literally.
Well, actually, I like Lexi's evening outfit because it was literally just a dress and heels, and it was a cute dress on her.
Yes.
But like, yeah, most of them are kind of chaotic. If I'm being honest.
Literally, the winner, who was freaking Hannah Ann, her outfits were ugly. Like, so ugly. And also, McKenna, supposedly fashion blogger, her outfits were ugly.
I agree. And I also like how Janice was hating how the girls are being sexy with their walks. Did you see her when she was like screaming? She's like, "This isn't Vegas."
Yes. Oh my God.
And
love
like,
her.
I respect it. She's the first supermodel ever. Yes. So she knows what she's talking about. But I just thought that was so funny.
And then freaking Hannah Ann picking a wedding dress, wearing a veil. Like, oh my God, like,
dude. And then after Victoria lost, like she immediately started crying, and then it's like she was on top of the world, like she had the most confidence ever because she was like, oh my God, I just did that, oh my God, oh my God. And then she got picked to be the final two, and then she lost, and then she just leaves, go to the other room, throws off her heels, starts crying, and says, Peter can have Hannah, like, I'm done. And then it's like, what? Like, I don't know. I feel like that was such a small thing for her to like be set off like so bad.
yes, but literally everything sets her off. Like freaking when she got interrupted and was like, didn't get to say anything to Peter and started crying last episode.
Oh,
but
yeah.
also, I want to say like that part you just touched on about her throwing off her heels and saying he could just have Hannah. Literally, they made it seem like she was talking about Hannah B. When they put that in all of the intros and like coming up on this season of The Bachelor, it literally just showed a girl crying and saying he can have Hannah, and it was like right after they showed clips of him like almost getting back together with Hannah. I'm like, you effing editors and producers, freaking! I fell for it. I literally thought they were talking about she was talking about Hannah B. And then I saw that and I was like, oh my God, she was talking about freaking Hannah Ann, and because she didn't win, I was so annoyed. I was like, I fell for that shit and I was pissed.
Yeah. You are so right. I didn't even catch that. But that is literally where they got that from. That's like not even the same time. Like,
I know.
They played us.
Oh my God, I was so annoyed. I got so played, and like, they did it on purpose, and I was one of the people that fell for it. I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah, I mean, they literally do that every season though, but I still fall for it.
But like, I know it's so annoying. Okay, so then, whatever, that date went on for too long, and Hannah Ann ended up winning, and won literally like $20,000 worth of clothes.
So yeah, she should go home because she's not in
No,
it
truly.
for Peter.
She's not in it. She won, and obviously she just wants to be a Revolve girl, but also she needs the clothes because her outfits were trash.
But also I liked how Peter was there, or I think I'm like skipping ahead a little bit, but later when Peter was giving her that reassurance, like I thought that was kind of sweet because he was like, let's go somewhere private and give you some more privacy. And then she's confiding in him and blah blah blah, and then he's like, you're beautiful, like,
Dude,
what the heck?
yeah, honestly, he's so nice, and like the poor girl is crying again, but I mean she's just really insecure, and like I get it, but like you knew what you signed up for. Like you knew there was gonna be a bunch of beautiful girls, and like you knew like you're gonna have to fight for a boy's time. You're not gonna get picked for every date. You're not gonna get the group date rose every single time, and like it just like it doesn't bug me, but it's kind of annoying because it's like a lot of these girls, like they get upset and they're like, you know, I don't like you spending so much time with other girls, but like what did you think, like what show did you think you were going on?
I know,
because like you have to have seen The Bachelor or known. But I guess like also girls like underestimate like, oh, like I can do it, like, or they just have never been in a situation where like they've never had to fight for a guy's attention, and they just think like, oh, like I won't have to fight for his attention because I'm just gonna steal him and steal his heart. And then they realize real quick like, no, there's a bunch of other gorgeous girls here that are stealing his attention, and like who am I? And then they just realize like, well, maybe I'm not that interesting and pretty, and like, you know what I mean? So it just kind of like, I see both sides of it, but at the end of the day, I'm like, you signed up for this. You should know what you're getting yourself into it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's like don't waste your time like being insecure. Like you're there for such a short amount of time, and you're gonna spend it crying over like other girls existing. You know, their emotions just must be running high. I mean, I've heard that being said like every season. Like emotions run high. Plus, when they start drinking, like, you know, they're just a mess. But
yeah, that's also true.
Yeah, like also speaking on or going off about when you said like they should know what they signed up for, I think later for the trailer for the next episode, or maybe just somewhere later in the season, someone says if he has sex with anyone else, I don't know if I can continue this relationship or something like that. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Ooh,
like,
yes.
Did you catch that? Who was saying that? I couldn't tell.
Okay. I have a theory that it's either Hannah Ann or Madison.
It sounded like one
or
of
McKenna.
them.
Or McKenna. Which, like, honestly, I only think it's McKenna because, like, she has those vibes. But it sounded like it was coming from Hannah Ann or Madison. I'm not 100% sure. But, again, you know they go to fantasy suite dates.
Yeah, like, come on. And then Peter was, like, defending himself, I think, in that same trailer. Like, sex is a part of a relationship. It's important, like, blah, 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 you know? He's like, I don't want the show just to be about sex, but sex is important.
Yeah, and, like, to each their own. Like, if that's important to you, like, just, like, do what you gotta do, bro. Like,
yeah, like,
Hannah freaking brought 4 boys to fantasy. Wait, did she bring 4 boys?
Yes, no. She did.
She did. She brought 4 boys to fantasy suite. So, like, who cares? Like, just do, like, what you gotta do. And, like, everyone knows you go to fantasy suites. Like, it's not like he was a virgin. He wasn't Colton. Like, so, like, what did they think was gonna happen?
Exactly.
I don't know.
Also,
but I do also want to say
in that same trailer, did you see Kelsey? Oh my god, making out with him in a hot tub. Was it in a hot tub? Was that who I thought that was? Who? Wait, what? I don't. Well, okay, this is probably obviously later in the season, but she is saying, I am definitely in love with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like, she doesn't even say falling.
No, yeah. Because
how they all always say, I'm starting
to fall in love with you. No, yeah, because she's literally crazy. Poor girl.
Yeah. You know what? Honestly, yeah, we're gonna have to just wait and see.
All that champagne she's drinking is what is, like, they put something in the champagne she's drinking.
Old champagne.
It's probably expired and just, like, messing with her brain, and she's, like, getting sick from it. Like, hello, girl, don't be drinking year-old champagne.
Oh, no. Okay. And then, Tammy and Sydney. Did you see that part?
No.
For the trailer.
Was Sydney the one making out with him in the hot tub? Someone was making out with him in a hot tub.
Ooh, yeah. I don't remember. I'm kind of, like, forgetting whose name matches who. But,
yes.
Tammy and Sydney, they get in a fight. They're literally like,
no.
Yeah. Tammy is like, or one of them's like, shut the beep up. Ooh. And then Tammy's like, no, you shut the beep up.
Oh my god, I love that. That is so funny. Oh my god.
And Tammy's a wrestler. Like, she will throw it down.
Gosh, she is
like,
a wrestler.
Sydney, girl, what are you doing?
Sydney, shut that down right now. Oh my god, maybe they'll go on a 2-on-1. Like, maybe they might go on a 2-on-1 date too. Oh my god. I love the 2-on-1 dates or the 3-on-1 dates. It's just, there's so much tension. I love them.
It's chaotic.
I know. I love it. Oh, okay, yeah. So, also, I just want to say, Hannah Ann, you just won the Revolve competition. You got thousands of dollars worth of cute clothes because Revolve has cute clothes, and you wore the ugly dress they made you wear on the runway with the half dress, half sequence bodysuit. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
I was like, no, you have all these new clothes. Wear them. Like, why did you wear that ugly dress still? Like, he already saw you on the runway. Like, change like the rest of the girls. You just, like, waited around the house in that dress while the other girls changed. Like, I don't know. I cannot.
Oh, we're skipping a part. We didn't talk about that happened this episode, right? Or was it in the trailer where Hannah Ann was like, I have to go tell Peter.
Oh, no, yeah. It's this episode. It's right after Victoria F gets the group date rose.
Yeah, so how did that come up? I don't remember. Hannah Ann just, like, goes up to him, or how does it get brought up again?
Yeah, she's like, it might have been before she got the group date rose. No, I think it's after. So, like, the girls are all just kind of, like, waiting around. Like, she gets the group date rose. Victoria F gets the group date rose, and, like, the girls are kind of, like, waiting around to, like, see, like, what's going to happen next. Or, like, they're waiting for their car to take them back to the mansion. I'm not really sure. But, Hannah Ann goes up to Peter and is like, hey, like, I just want to talk to you. And she tells Peter, Kelsey, after the whole champagne debacle, Kelsey, like, I cried all night.
Oh, yeah.
Kelsey,
she's like, I was really, really, really hurt.
yeah, and she's
Like,
like,
she literally
Kelsey,
said that many, really.
she's like, Kelsey called me a bitch, and she started crying. She's like, and that she bullied me, and I just like thought you should know. And so then Peter goes and gets Kelsey over, and he says like, Hannah Ann said that you are bullying her, and I will not stand for that. And then Kelsey starts crying and is like, I did not bully her. I don't know why she would say that. She started crying and is like, I know what it feels like to be bullied, and I would never bully someone. And then Peter is like, well, now I don't know who to believe. And it's like, I really can't stand when the girls go and tattle.
Yeah. And then Kelsey, sorry to discontinue that thought, but Kelsey is then like, no, Hannah is pretending she's someone else when she's with you, and she's a different girl to everyone else in the house. And I was like, oh no. I feel like that always gets in their head. Like with Colton's season, remember when Katie, when she's leaving,
Kaylin.
Katie's like, not all these girls are who they seem to be, or who they say they are. And then Colton was like, oh shit.
Yes, because all the girls were saying that, and they were all referring to Kaylin, because apparently Kaylin was like, I want to be the Bachelorette. I just like really can't stand like when the girls tattle to Peter, because like, or like to the lead, because it's like he doesn't know, like he's with so many girls, like he's not in the mansion with y'all, and so like there's just so much going on. Like, what is you telling him like gonna like make the difference? Like he's not gonna know who to believe, and obviously like y'all are both there to like fight for him, so like how does he know like one of y'all aren't lying? Like, I don't know. It's like
it literally puts him in the middle.
Yeah, and like it never works out with like the whole freaking Hannah B and all of the Luke P drama of it all. Like, it just like it never works out telling the lead like the drama, because then they just stress over it, and then like let them develop the relationship with that person, and they will see their true colors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like let them see how they are around all the other girls when they get interrupted. Like Peter saw the way she handled the champagne thing. Like I don't think Hannah Ann needed to go tell him anymore. And
because that just kind of gave Kelsey like the fuel to like fire back, and then dig at Hannah Ann, because if Hannah Ann didn't say anything, then Kelsey like wasn't gonna go to Peter on her own and like dig at Hannah,
which like is a bad look. Like Kelsey should not have talked shit about Hannah Ann. Like, well, you don't know who she is when like she's with us, which I really want to know. Like I'm really curious about that statement, if she's just saying stuff like that to cover herself, or like there really is like something with Hannah Ann like that she just puts on a persona in front of Peter. And like, because there's been all these little digs from all the other girls, like, ugh, Hannah Ann just like always wins, like with Victoria F and Hannah.
Yeah.
And like, so there's always these like little digs at Hannah Ann that I'm just like really curious if all the girls are seeing this, and Kelsey's like the only one like brave enough to speak up about it, or like she's just like hates Hannah Ann and is like upset that she's getting a lot of attention from Peter. Oh, the B word, the bullying word. I don't know how I feel about
the B
I
word.
don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I feel like every season there's someone that's like like a girl's like they're bullying me. And I'm sorry. I mean, like, obviously calling her a bitch is not nice, and like kind of cutting her down isn't nice. But like, it's not like she's constantly doing that to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's bullying. Like, that is like tearing someone down to their core, and then doing it again the next day and tearing them down, and just like making them. And all she did was like, dude, saying like, you're a bitch, you're a princess, you get everything you want, and like I see right through you. And like talking shit to you isn't bullying, I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think like unless she's going out of her way to make her life and her experiences like miserable, cause like calling someone out or like saying you don't like them, like, yeah, it will have an effect on you, it's hurtful, but I don't know if I can agree with her and say like,
Yeah,
oh
like
yeah, that's being bullied. Like, I don't know.
I mean, like, especially, like, yeah, like, going out of your way to be, like, so malicious towards someone. Like, Kelsey was just reacting to the situation. Like, she was really upset about the champagne thing. Granted, like, she did not need to get that upset about it. But, like,
Yeah,
it's not like
agreed.
she went out of her way to tell off Hannah Ann. Like, Hannah Ann went up to her to apologize to her. And then she was like, you're a bitch. I don't like you. And, like, you know what I mean? And so, like, I don't think that's bullying. And then even Hannah Ann was like, I went up to her to apologize. She cussed me out. I walked away. I went up to her a second time, and she cussed me out again. Like, why did you go up the second time? You should have just stayed away. She obviously doesn't want to talk to you, so you're putting yourself in that situation to get talked to like that. Like, how is it bullying if you're the one putting yourself in that situation? I don't know. I don't want to, like, diminish how Hannah Ann feels, because being told off like that isn't fun, and she probably felt bullied, but she's not bullying her. And, like, Kelsey said the truth. She was like, I wasn't bullying her. I told her I don't like her, and, like, because I don't like her, but I don't need to like her, but that isn't bullying. And I don't think she's wrong. I don't know. It might be a controversial statement, but
we might get hate. But,
I know.
But, like, for real, I think Hannah Ann was just hurt and kind of, like, not used to, like, someone
Not
talking
being
to her
liked.
that way, and also not used to someone not accepting her apology. So she kind of, like, you know, not the victim, but, like, not the victim card, but she kind of turned it around to be like, oh, she's bullying me. But no, she just called her names and didn't accept your apology. So
even the way she tried to apologize to Kelsey about the whole, like, champagne mix up, she was like, I acknowledge your feelings. Like, she was kind of just, like, talking down to her about something that, like, like, as crazy and, like, little it really was about the champagne thing, it obviously really hurt Kelsey. And, like, she should have just been like, dude, I'm really sorry. Like, I really didn't know. But she's like, I acknowledge your feelings. I said I'm sorry. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in a, like, a kind of a rude
she's
way.
like, and let's move on.
Yeah. And, like, I don't know. Like, I just, like, I don't think Kelsey was bullying her. And I think she's, like, has every, like, I mean, she could have been nicer about saying how she didn't like Hannah, but, like, I don't really think she's bullying. And I just, like, really need people to stop saying, like, that they're being bullied when just because someone says they don't like you, you know?
Yeah, I agree. And then
So that was next, go for it.
And then later in the trailer we get the classic Mrs. Weber saying,
oh yeah,
don't let her go, bring her
they're
home,
gonna run with that,
bring her home to us.
they're gonna run with that the rest of the season until it finally gets there.
Like, who do you think she's talking about? Like, what?
I don't know.
Like,
I mean,
why so dramatic?
I don't know.
Like, she's not the Bachelor. Like, let him choose.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm really curious as to know, like, who it is, because a part of me thinks it's Hannah B. A part of me thinks it's just, like, a girl that maybe he sent home, like, right before, like, you know how it's, like, the final two.
Oh.
Yeah, or a girl.
A part of me thinks it's Madison, because they, like, met and then right away Mrs. Weber was like, oh my god, like, you know, kind of like hooked on her.
I know. I don't know. We'll have to see. But it also showed scenes from next week's episode. Everyone is crying, and Demi comes in. My girl Demi, I love her. I cannot wait to see her back on my screen.
Demi.
She was in Colton season. She came back for Hannah season.
Bip.
Oh, well, Bip. Hannah season, and now she's back for
shout out Demi.
I love her so much. And so yeah, that was the whole Binchelor episode. Such good things happening. I'm so here for it. I'm so glad it's back on our screen.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Also, just want to say real quick, if there's anything else you guys want us to talk about specifically, you guys can email us, bingebuzz@gmail.com, or DM us, Instagram, or literally, like, anywhere. But yeah, that about wraps up the Binchelor. So yeah, you want to...
Yes. Oh wait, one more side note about Binchelor. We talked about Alayah and how much we love her.
That's right.
If anyone out there knows where we can send her something,
and
we want to send her a little, just like, okay, yeah, go.
Should we like, should we say it or should we just like mention it?
No, yeah, okay. Well, for starters, she's from San Antonio, and like, hey, girl, I'm in San Antonio. Let's be friends. Second of all,
and we love her.
We
like
still love her. She's so gorgeous. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with her.
She's so sweet.
Yes.
You know, she just has that kind of personality. Like she's just like adorable.
Absolutely stan her. But also, I followed her on Instagram, and I think she's just like the sweetest, cutest girl. And I noticed that she, in her bio, works for a company that is like bee themed as well. So like we're one and the same, girl. We are bee themed benches over here, buzz. And and so we want to send her we want to send her Binge Buzz merch. And so like we just need to figure out where we send it to. So if you know her or you know someone of her, I mean, you know someone that knows her, or you like know someone that knows someone that knows someone that knows her, like let us know, guys.
Or Alayah, if you're listening.
Oh my god, girl.
DM us.
I tagged you in the last episode, and I am going to tag you in this one. Listen to us.
DM us, girl. We want to chat.
Yes. And maybe you can come be on the episode. Oh my god.
Oh my god. I would love that.
Right? Wouldn't that be so awesome? I just want to be her friend and just like stare at her pretty face. Was that weird? Can we cut that out?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, but maybe like we won't do that.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know. Do you want to talk about Buzzworthy or have anything else to say about the Binchelor?
No, I'm good. Binchelor, I'm ready for episode 3. Let's get it.
All right, Buzzworthy. Okay, so keeping up with all the buzz, here are some Buzzworthy topics. Starting with our recent Oscar nominations. And
ooh, I love a good award show.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited. Oh yeah. Okay, so what I want to talk about, I am pretty into movies. I don't watch like every movie that comes out, but I do like to watch the ones that get some good feedback and
some good buzz.
Yeah,
you might
some
say?
good buzz.
Okay.
Yeah. Duh. So anyway, the 9 nominees.
Is 9
for
nominees?
Best Picture this.
Is that the usual amount? I feel like that's a lot.
I
this
literally
year.
don't know because that is a lot in my opinion.
Right?
Like I
Okay.
like almost all of them, except I haven't seen all of them. But I really like to watch like movies that get a lot of buzz.
Ooh, I like what you did there.
So I've seen a few of these, but I'm really excited for like all these nominations. So the 9 nominees for Best Picture this year are Ford vs. Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Woman, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. Have you seen Joker, Val? I think you said...
I've seen one out of all 9 of those movies, and it was Joker, and like I didn't like it that much. Controversial,
really?
but it's controversial because it's nominated for so many things. But
oh my god, yeah.
But also, can I also just add? Did you feel like the announcer at the Oscars when they're like, and the nominees for reading all of those?
Didn't I say that's so good?
Yes, you just sounded like the voiceover that's like, and the nominees are, and then it like shows
Yes.
it shows the videos like of each like little scene, and it's like Ford versus Ferrari, and then it shows like a little clip of it. That was really great, Tori. Honestly, you should try out for that.
For Best Picture this year. Oh, dude, I love that. I've always wanted to do that. So thank you.
You're welcome.
But anyway, that's really surprising. That freaking movie itself is nominated for 11 different categories.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. So yeah, I don't know. It just wasn't for me. I mean, I get the whole hype about it, like the whole like backstory of the Joker and how it really goes into play with like mental illness, and like I get why it's like a really good phenomenal movie, and like honestly the acting in it Joaquin Phoenix. He's a great actor, and like the cinematography behind it, great camera work, great everything, great editing. It just, for me personally, wasn't all there for me.
Wow.
I really, it just seemed like a really long intro to finally get to the good stuff, and then it was over for me. And
I think we talked about this episode 1.
did we really?
Or maybe episode 2. Because I remember you saying that.
Possibly.
Yeah, because it's not the typical Batman Joker action.
Yeah, maybe that's why I didn't like it.
You know? So maybe that's why you kind of felt like, yeah, maybe that's why you felt like it wasn't good, I guess.
Yeah, it wasn't all that in a bag of chips for me, but it's fine. I mean, great. I'm happy for them.
I mean, it got 11 nominations.
Yeah, so maybe I'm obviously in the wrong because it got 11 nominations and everyone I talked to like absolutely loves it. So like maybe I just didn't pay attention enough, or I'm just like not like smart enough to get it.
Oh my God.
Okay, anyways, moving on.
all sad. You're like, oh my God, maybe I don't know.
I'm Victoria F. Just kidding. Okay, go on.
Truly, kinda. Anyway, so yeah, really excited for 1917, Parasite, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, because those are the only 3 that I've seen.
You really liked Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, right?
Oh my God, I loved it. It was like so entertaining. Like I watched some videos on not the making of the movie, but like different takes on the movie, and some people said that it wasn't a good depiction of the main character. I forgot what her name is, the girl that Margot Robbie plays. So it's supposed to be like about the family and how, not how she died, because it's like a different take on it, kind of like their own spin on it, Quentin Tarantino's. But it was just so entertaining, and I love Brad Pitt, and I love Leonardo DiCaprio, and I love Margot Robbie. Like, I was just so happy.
That's a great crew.
And there's like even more really great actors that I just kind of forgot. But I saw the movie like months ago, so spare me. But also Parasite. Parasite was a masterpiece. Like,
is it a foreign film?
Yeah, it won another award, I think, for best foreign film. It's a Korean film, and it's actually like not explicitly political, but it's kind of like a whole like eat the rich type thing. It's just I thought it was just well executed, and I loved it, and it kept me on the edge of my seat. And yeah, same for 1917. Like, that one, I think, won also another award for Best Motion Picture. You should really see that one, though. I want to see it again. And I really don't like war movies, but it's not, like, just about that. It's basically, like, not even really about the war. It's just about, like, these 2 men on a mission to reach this destination to prevent this whole big disaster, and it's like super good.
I heard a couple things about 1917. It did really well in the box office, and that's because so I'm pretty sure they won the Golden Globe for best foreign film, and the director went on stage and not foreign film, I'm so sorry. They won Golden Globe for something. But for 1917, sorry, I was thinking about Parasite. For 1917, they won the Golden Globe, and he went on stage, and his speech, he was like, there's no superstars in this movie, like there's no anyone you would know, it's just like a small film, you guys like please go watch it, like we have no big names in it, and like we just like really want your support. And it literally did so well in the box office over the weekend.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
and that's because only certain theaters were showing it. Like it wasn't like a mass, like every theater or every weekend, every time. I saw it in San Antonio, so I don't even know if it was here in the Valley, like, showing. But, no, I did see it here. I did not see it in San Antonio. But we could only go to a specific theater. Sorry, my mistake. But, yeah, I remember searching for it, and, like, we had to only go to a specific theater. But weird that the director said that because Benedict Cumberbatch is also in it.
Oh my god.
And and also
okay, maybe I'm getting him
some
confused
guy from
with
Game of
another-
Thrones.
Okay, honestly,
Some guy from Game of Thrones. Maybe it was the foreign film you're thinking about.
might have
there
been the
literally
foreign
was
film.
no
I don't know.
popular names.
I don't know what I'm talking about. No one listen to me. I have
But also
no insight on anything.
No, but also in 1917, only those two people have a 5-minute part out of the whole movie.
Oh, so like maybe that's why. Like there's no like huge major actor in
it's
it.
just like at the end.
Like no like it's like no Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, Margot Robbie.
No.
Like,
I don't know.
but also like freaking Bernard Croissant, like no one knows him, so like it's good.
Bernard. Yeah. Who is that? What? Who?
Who's who that?
So yeah, those are the nominees for Best Picture. And yeah, freaking insane that the Joker got 11 nominations.
So crazy. I want to say that's like the most nominations for one movie like in a long time.
Probably. I mean, what? So, Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Screenplay Adapted, Best Cinematography, Best Original Score, Best Sound Editing, Best Sound Mixing, Best Film Editing, Best Costume Design, Best Makeup and Hairstyling. Literally every aspect got nominated.
Dang.
Every
like
aspect
every
of the
category.
whole movie.
Yeah. I mean, shoot. Maybe I need to rewatch it.
Maybe you need to open your eyes this time.
Just kidding. I mean, maybe I need to just like become smarter and understand it. So
you know what? I think you just had expectations.
Yeah, I need to go in with zero expectations. Like, yeah,
so
you're right.
That probably wasn't what you were expecting, which made you just not like it.
Yeah, I need to retry it because apparently anything that could get nominated for an Oscar in the movie got nominated for an Oscar for the movie. So
I know. So that's a little awkward.
Wait, can I also say one category that I'm a little upset about?
What? For the Oscars?
Yes. Oh my god.
What?
For original song.
What?
Because none of the original songs that Beyonce made for The Lion King are nominated. And that movie was a masterpiece.
Wow.
And her songs, her album for it was so great. And it is not nominated for, like any of them are not nominated for an Oscar. And I am just really upset about it. Also, it also wasn't nominated for animated feature film, which I don't know if it would have been nominated for an animated feature film. I mean, like, it's all CGI, but like it's still not like a real movie. I don't know how that works, but
me either.
Or
but
like
also, that's crazy that they did Beyonce dirty like that.
I know, but I mean, it was nominated for visual effects.
Oh,
and I will say like that's pretty cool because like oh my god, it was such like so beautifully done. Like the way like the CGI, it looks so real, but it doesn't look like it's no cats. Thank the Lord. It's just, it was so well done. It was so good, and I loved it so much. But it's also up against Avengers and Star Wars.
Ooh.
So
we'll just have to see.
I know. But, like, those Beyonce songs are so good. But, like, Toy Story 4, Rocket Man, Breakthrough, Frozen 2, and Harriet, all those have songs that are nominated for an Oscar. And I'm going to go for either Toy Story 4, Rocket Man, or Frozen 2 because love me Frozen, love me Toy Story 2, and I love me Elton John. So hopefully if none can be Beyonce, I hope it's one of them. But I just wanted to mention a little Beyonce Beehive. Maybe they'll listen to us if we tag them in this episode.
Hopefully.
But yeah, I'm excited for the Oscars. I love a good award show. So, for our next buzzworthy topic, we got to do what we got to do. And it wouldn't be, again, nothing new, nothing changed.
Same old shit.
Literally, it wouldn't be a Binge Buzz episode if we didn't mention them.
Say it.
The Jonas Brothers, you guys. You know who we're talking about.
What do they have this time?
Oh my god, I love them so much. Okay, 2020. We're like, what, 15 days into 2020 and they're already coming out with new music. I literally cannot wait. Like they gave
Friday, right?
This Friday. I don't know when we're posting this episode. It might be already out by the time we post this episode. So I'm just here to let y'all know I already know what's good and I haven't even listened to it. So
guys, yes.
Go
so
listen
by the time
to it.
y'all are listening to this, we are literally jamming out to it as you guys hear this. So turn this off right now and go listen
No,
to
do
it.
not do that.
I'm just kidding.
Finish the
Don't
episode.
turn this off.
And then finish the episode, then go listen to it. Thank you. No, but they're already coming out with new music. I'm so excited. It's called What a Man Gotta Do. And
how does it go? That little snippet they posted.
Oh my God.
Like, what a man gotta do?
That was actually quite it, Victoria. You should be part of the Joe Bros.
Are you serious? That was it?
I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't remember.
Don't play it because we have
I'm
to.
not.
We
We're
have
gonna
to cut it out.
we're gonna get fined.
What a man gotta do?
But I'm so just like happy for them. Like they literally just gave us like a full effing album and like not that long ago, not even a year ago.
Plus a Christmas song.
Plus a Christmas song, plus a documentary, plus a full freaking tour. And like they could have taken like another like couple months off, like another like before giving us new content, because like their album is just like a freaking banger from beginning to end. And now we're already coming out like having a new content from them, like new songs, new videos, might I add, because they are just so, they know what's going on in the world. They are just so up with the buzzworthy topics because they have become quite the topic, like so relevant to pop culture that even the queens of pop culture are retweeting them and talking about them, the Kardashians, because the Jonas Brothers also recreated an iconic scene from the Kardashians. They literally recreated the one where Kim gets so upset that they left her like when she was getting her new Bentley, and she tries to come into Rob's apartment and Khloe closes the door on her, and Kim is like, "Are you kidding me?" and like tries to swing at her with a purse. And if you guys haven't seen the video, please go watch it. Actually, we're gonna post it because it's just so good and we need to post it because everyone needs to see this. And
don't be fucking rude.
They recreate it and it's so good. And even Kim reposted it and was like, "Oh my God, I love you guys so much." And then Khloe reposted it and was like, "I couldn't love you guys any more than I already do." And like that just goes to show like
the power.
2020 and like the Jonas Brothers are taking over the world. I remember back in like 2010 when the Jonas Brothers were like at the height that they could be at, and it was like so embarrassing to be a Jonas Brothers fan in high school because like everyone was like, "You listen to the Jonas Brothers?" and I'm like, "No, I don't know what are you talking about?" And like I was
we
like,
stand a day one queen. Don't even worry, Val.
I mean, I've been loving them since 2006, but like I was in 6th grade back then. But then once I got into high school and everyone was like, "You still listen to the Jonas Brothers?" I was like, "Who?
Mind your business."
Truly. And so now that like everyone's like, "Oh, we stand the Jonas Brothers, we love them," I'm like, finally I can be like,
you can take off the mask.
I can be myself. I can take off the mask and be like, "Oh, hell yeah, I've been loving them since day one." So I love it. Love them. They're also like becoming TikTokers, and I just downloaded TikTok just so I can follow them and watch all their videos. I just love them.
Take this piece of advice from the both of us. Do not, let me say it again, do not download TikTok.
Honestly, please don't, because you will waste like 4 hours of your life on TikTok and then realize like it's been 4 hours and you have yet to do any work.
You realize it's 3 a.m. and you have to be up at 5 to be ready by 6, to leave by 7, to get to your class by 8 because the parking is terrible and the traffic sucks, and then you're dead by the time.
Are you okay?
You can't pay attention to class. Can't pay attention to class, and then you fail the class. Then you can't graduate. Then you can't get a job. Then
Tori,
you can't.
it's okay. It'll be okay. Oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah, so that's literally what's gonna happen if you download TikTok.
Yeah, so don't do it. Just like, honestly, all you gotta do is follow them on Instagram and Twitter and put their post notifications on, and then you'll see everything that they post, because they also post their TikToks to their social media. So I just want to say that I love them so much, and I'm just like really glad that like they're staying so relevant to where we can constantly talk about them in our podcast.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's one of the main reasons why we created the podcast.
It wouldn't be a podcast.
It's just to talk about the Jonas Brothers.
It wouldn't be a podcast without them. So
honestly, truly, I love them. Okay, Tori, our last buzzworthy topic.
You want to take this?
I could take it if you want me to take it.
Yeah, it's a devastating story, but
so devastating.
I think you'll say it best. So
okay, you guys, we're here to break the news to you. Our beloved Gabriella Montez, better known as Vanessa Hudgens, and Austin Butler, after 9 years, have broken up. I'm so sad about this.
Yeah, is love real? Like,
I mean, dude, but like literally 9 years.
But they
why haven't they gone?
They never broken up before.
Why haven't they gotten engaged yet? No, they've never broken up before. They were going so strong. Honestly, they're both like at really good places in their careers. Like his career started off kind of like he was in like these little like teeny bopper movies and like these like he was in the Carrie Diaries, which was a good show, but it only lasted like one season and never made it back. And so yeah, and then he was in a show on MTV which I never watched, and I thought it was weird, but I forgot what it's called. But finally, like he's taking off in his career. He was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and he's also going to become he got casted as Elvis Presley in the new Elvis biopic. And so he is like coming up in young Hollywood, and she is just thriving in the Netflix community with all her freaking Christmas movies that I'm so obsessed with. And they just like, it wasn't their time to like not like, they were just I'm just so sad. And like 9 years, like why hadn't they gotten like engaged yet or anything? I mean
like you said, their careers were taking off. Like maybe they just didn't have the time. They wouldn't be able to have their big wedding that they wanted, or wouldn't be able to go honeymoon.
I'm just so sad for them.
Like, who's gonna be the next Coachella Queen and King?
I know, I love them. Oh my gosh. But
like, please.
Maybe this is the universe telling us.
What?
You know what I'm thinking. I know you know what I'm thinking.
Cancel Coachella.
No. That maybe we need a Troy and Gabriella reunion.
Zach is single, at least. That's what I think.
Oh my god. Honestly,
because I don't know who the heck he's dating. He almost died.
He almost died?
Yes. Oh my god, we should have made this a story. You didn't hear about it? He posted it.
No.
He posted it. He was like, "Thanks guys for all the warm wishes. I'm okay."
Literally, that happened to Deanie Babies.
Oh my god, yes.
But that also happened to Zac Efron?
Yes.
Oh my god. Is it because he's doing that dumb freaking man versus the world shiz?
Yes. He caught a disease.
Oh my god, and he almost died.
He caught like a life-threatening disease or something, or an infection. And literally the documentary was called like Killing Zac Efron, and he literally
oh my god
almost died.
Well, that's why you don't call it that, like, and put stuff out like that into the universe.
Yeah, like expose the title after it's been made. Like,
I know, after you didn't die.
For real. Anyway.
Oh my god. Well, honestly, I think Vanessa and Zach are OTP. Maybe this is the universe, like one true pair for those who don't know. But maybe
for
it's
all
like
the boomers listening.
Just kidding. So truly, like, maybe this is like finally their time. They did their separate thing. Their careers were separated. They separated because they were always tied together. Like, as much as like they wanted to be like separate entities, like as long as they were dating, they were always Troy and Gabriella. Like, they would have never made it as like some awesome superstars in Hollywood. They'd always just would have been like those kids from High School Musical. And now that they have these separate careers, awesome careers, and they're both thriving, it's time to get them back together. And I am full force on this. Anyone wants to sign my petition about getting Gabriella and Troy back together, hit me up. We can sign it and convince them they're meant to be.
Honestly, dude, thinking about it, like, I think maybe Austin and Vanessa broke up because their careers have kind of excelled. And I think history repeats itself. And I think that's what happened to Zach and Vanessa too.
Ooh, I mean, yeah, they were like taking off from High School Musical.
Yeah.
I mean, but also like they were really young back then, and like it was like at the start of their careers, and like they started really young. Like I didn't think it was gonna last because like it's really hard to like just like shoot to to stardom that fast and like still and then grow together in a relationship. And like with Vanessa and Austin, like they were young when they started dating, but they weren't that young. And then like her career was kind of like on the forefront more than his was, and so like it wasn't really like that hard for them. And now that he's getting like all these big roles, like maybe he's like seeing like, okay, like right now I need to focus on myself and my career because this is finally taking off for me. And I mean, this is all speculation. We know nothing, but maybe that's why. But also maybe she was just like, dude, it's been 9 years and like you haven't asked me to marry you. Like I'm moving on.
Also, like, 9 years, bro. I don't know.
And she's like 30 some.
Wow.
Maybe. She might just like barely be 30. So I don't know. But I'm sad about it, but not that sad. Oh yeah, she's 31 years old, and I'm pretty sure he's like 28. So they're right around that time. Like it's a good age. Like let's get a move on. Let's be popping out those babies. But
yeah.
No. And so, am I sad about it? Yes. But now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I'm not that sad because maybe she should be with Zac Efron. I don't know. But
you think she still has that necklace he gave her?
T for Troy. For Troy, Tori. I was gonna say Troy.
I know, but
if you know, you know. If you know,
you know, you know. But yeah, I'm just kidding. I mean, that was like a prop. Like he didn't really like. She didn't keep it, but
yeah, because like
we could pretend. We could pretend.
Yeah, we can just pretend. Honestly, High School Musical. Never forget. It's such a great movie. 1 and 2. 3 was okay. Controversial, but I'm just gonna say that 3 was okay. All right, guys.
That wraps up this podcast. That's all of our buzzworthy topics.
Thanks.
We don't have an outro.
Thanks, guys, for listening to us. We appreciate all the love, all the feedback. Once again, don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, review, follow, all the above. We need all the help.
Oh, also, since we don't have an outro, this is a PSA. If anyone, this is a public service announcement. Anyone that wants to sponsor us for a little song that we can play for our outro or our intro, like,
honestly, I know we got some talented peeps out there that can make a beat.
For sure. Like, if you know a friend or if you just want to mess around on GarageBand, send it to us. We'll promote it for free. Because we're not going to buy it from you.
Because we ain't got money.
Because we don't have the money.
Because then we would have just bought a real song.
Yeah, but we can't. So, in the meantime, Val, you want to beat or
all right,
what?
Let's do this. All right, but yes, if you guys are talented, you know someone that's talented and want to hook us up with a really cool intro or outro, that would be really cool, and we'll definitely tag you in it because that's all we can offer.
We meant to say this in our last episode, but we forgot. So yeah, we're still trying to work on that intro outro. So if you can, please help us out. We would appreciate it.
So that's all we have for you guys. Thank you for all the love, all the feedback. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, like, tell us how we're doing. Tell us if you hate us. Tell us if you think we're all right. But yeah, let us know how we're doing. So all of our social media and our email is bingebuzz. Our email is bingebuzz@gmail.com. Twitter, Insta, YouTube, I guess, right? It's all at Binge Buzz.
Yes.
So just
like,
hit us up.
subscribe, do all the things. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, iHeartRadio, all the above, all the places to find the podcast. Listen to them. Love them. Love you guys. And we'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.